Alarms went off in the building and on mobile phones, all part of Japan's sophisticated earthquake warning system. The momentum just built until the building was moving from side to side as if it were floating on water. The swaying continued for what felt like 20 to 30 seconds.
An 8.5 magnitude earthquake has struck a chain of Japanese islands off Tokyo. The quake has struck at a depth of 590 kilometers.
It happened about 8:30 p.m. local time, setting off car alarms and shaking buildings as far away as Tokyo.
But this is the third big earthquake in the recent weeks, so activity seems to be picking up quite a bit.
It's Coin 6 News at 4, everyone. I'm Dan Tilk.
And I'm Jennifer Hoff. And those earthquakes, they started around midnight, some 300 miles off the coast of the Blanco Fracture Zone and the Juan de Fuca Ridge.
Out of the 5 separate quakes, 3 of them were magnitude 5 plus.
It's happened again. 2 more earthquakes struck off the Oregon coast. That makes 9 in just the past 3 days. But we learned tonight we'll likely see a lot more of these quakes before it's over. So what's going on here, Kristen?
Well, the latest quakes today measured 3.1 and 4.0, so not quite as strong as what we saw earlier in the week, but they've been centered in the same place, and that's about 300 miles off the coast of Coos Bay. Now, though they likely won't cause any damage, you may still be able to feel the quakes if you're going to be heading down to the Coos Bay area this weekend.
We begin this hour with breaking news out of Malaysia. A strong earthquake has hit the country's highest peak, causing huge rock slides. The 6.0 magnitude tremor hit Mount Kinabalu Friday morning. Video posted online shows snow and rocks falling from the summit, and people can be heard yelling.
And it has made it very treacherous to go down this mountain. And as a result, 137 people stranded here, and the weather has been severe. Thunderstorms, lots of rain.
Tourists in the Galapagos Islands have been given a spectacular view of lava flowing into the ocean as the Wolf volcano continues erupting.
Volcano has erupted in southern Japan. The explosion on Kuchino-Edabujima Island occurred on Friday morning.
Pretty spectacular that we've got these images. Let me show you that video again. Pretty spectacular just to see that plume of ash rise about 9,000 meters, 30,000 feet into the air, which is why some flights have been diverted.
Thousands of residents are evacuated in western Indonesia as the government upgrades its alert for the Sinabung volcano to its highest level. The volcanic activity is so high that it's causing tremors.
First to India, where hundreds of people have died in the last few days because of a heat wave.
People in India are used to hot summers, but not like this.
It is too hot. It's even tough to accept that there is so much heat.
It's so hot, roads are melting in New Delhi.
This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven, and the fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Nationwide, the avian flu has led to the deaths of more than 32 million birds. Here in Wisconsin, more than 1.7 million have been lost.
Developing story out of Ledyard tonight. A whole lot of people wondering why hundreds of dead fish have been seen floating in the local river. It's all happening in the Thames River. News 8's Tina Detel spoke to residents to find out what exactly is going on.
Members of that crew team saw the fish kill during their last practice.
They've never seen this before.
Some still trying to hang on to life is disturbing to many who have come across the fish kills in several Connecticut rivers.
New tonight, a wave of small sea creatures that washed on shore, and everybody is talking about them at local beaches today. Well, check this out. You can see how far the tide came up right here. Wow, it's a line of hundreds of tuna crabs.
They're not just washing up here in Ocean Beach. They're all over the coastline south in Tijuana and up north in La Jolla.
It's quite the bird buffet, but I wouldn't join in since scientists don't know why they washed up.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Another whale has washed ashore on a Bay Area beach. This one discovered at Half Moon Bay. But it is the 6th whale to wash ashore in recent months.
Look at all that dead fish. Tens of thousands of them have washed up on Long Island, and these dead fish are floating in rivers, creeks, and bays.
A massive fish die-off on the East End. Tens of thousands of fish washed up on shore, and now officials are trying to figure out the cause and clean up the mess.
The bunker fish, also known as menhaden, appeared wall to wall along the shoreline. The fish struggled for air, emerging in the Peconic estuary.
It's alarming and it smells, but you know, there's tens of thousands of fish that you're seeing, so yeah, it's trouble.
How did 20 large dead sea whales wash up onto shores near the Golfo de Penas on Chile's southern coast? The 10-meter-long whales were found more than 1,000 miles south of the capital, Santiago. Investigations continue into what caused these whales, considered an endangered species, to die.
Almost half of the world's population of saiga antelope died this month, and no one is sure why. On May 28th, the United Nations Environment Program confirmed that more than 120,000 of the critically endangered antelopes died throughout central Kazakhstan since mid-May. While experts don't know what caused the deaths.
That's St. Gerard Mount Carmel Church in Grand Isle, Maine. This isn't the first time the church has been hit. It was also damaged in 2007 by a lightning strike.
Devastating floods in Texas, a deluge of historic proportions that has already killed at least 14 people across the state. And in hard-hit Houston, the devastation is measured in miles. Entire neighborhoods underwater.
Across Texas, the deluge seemingly biblical in scope.
As we come on the air tonight, those states of emergency in Texas and Oklahoma, and just look at this behind me tonight. This is Houston, just one of the flooded highways there. Cars just left stranded, the headlights on. And tonight, at least 15 dead, and now new storms hitting this evening all the way up to Michigan. We have stunning images coming in at this hour. Houston underwater, the nation's 4th largest city, crippled. In El Blanco, Texas, this SUV flipped, the driver incredibly escaping and is okay tonight. More than 60 reported tornadoes since Saturday, this one in Sherman, Texas.
The governor of this state says this is the worst flooding Texas has ever seen.
The relentless assault of severe weather pummeling Texas intensified Monday.
Overnight in Houston, powerful thunderstorms led the National Weather Service to declare a flash flood emergency and forced officials to shut down schools Tuesday.
Fans and players at the Houston Rockets game overnight stranded for hours.
I can't go nowhere, so.
This is the highest flood that we've ever had in recorded history in the state of Texas. I had the opportunity to observe firsthand what the devastation looks like. And you cannot candy coat it. It's absolutely massive.
There was severe weather in Nevada Friday. A twister tore through the town of Hawthorne, about 140 miles southeast of Reno. Some homes and businesses were damaged. Electricity was knocked out for a time.
Now, as you indicated, this wild weather has caused a lot of headaches in a lot of different areas around here in several counties.
Watch as this U.S. Senate office building camera captures lightning striking near the U.S. Capitol.
With all that torrential rain, lightning. That is New York's One World Trade Center getting struck.
Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilences.
126 people in South Korea have now been infected with Middle East respiratory syndrome. The MERS outbreak, the biggest outside of Saudi Arabia, has now killed 10 people.
That's where a UN official today told us that they believe the government was caught completely off guard by this virus.
Closing close to 2,800 schools. Nearly 4,000 people have been quarantined. Some offices are even installing thermal imaging cameras to detect symptoms.
It's a wake-up call to everyone.
They were very loud and shook my house.
Loud explosions rocked neighborhoods on the northeast side of Flint this afternoon, leaving many asking what's going on. They came just hours after the city announced the U.S. Army would be training throughout southeast Michigan, including in the Flint area.